I think Holloway picks him apart. Holloway has done it. He has that featherweight title. He's had it for a long time. He's now the BMF. I think Topuria for me is a non-champion in my opinion. He might have a strap, but it's a meaningless strap in my opinion as he holds it. I don't see any attraction to it. So
Pues es una pelea bastante interesante, ¿no?
I think it's a very interesting fight. We're talking about two fighters that have, Ilia comes in with a youth, young fighter, knows what he's doing, very aggressive as well. And then Max, I think he's a fighter that have seen it all, very, very experienced fighter. And if you think about it, he has not, he's always a fighter that have never been knocked down. I'm not sure if they counted that against Gaethje, but he's a guy that's always posed a threat. I think that Max has faced a bit of a challenge with fighters that have been shorter than him, just like, he has, you see with Volkanovski. At the same time, Ilia perhaps facing a challenge with fighters that have a longer reach. So I think that will still be a very interesting fight. But I do lean towards Max on that one.
Holloway.
Honestly, I think Max might piece him up. Ilia's very, very skilled. Ilia's, up there top 3 pound for pound, in my opinion. So I'm very, very excited for that fight. I haven't been this excited for a fight for a while. So I'm looking forward to that one. But I think Max potentially could piece him up.
Max Holloway, 100%. I would never root against Max Holloway. I think he gets it done.
Man, Max Holloway looks unstoppable as of late, especially with that win over Gaethje for the BMF. He looked amazing there, and that was a weight class up. Topuria does have good boxing, and he has that power, but I think Holloway has more angles and movement, and he's probably got a better fight IQ, and he's fought a lot better competition throughout his career as well. So I'm going Max Holloway.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait for this one. I love my man Max Holloway. Ilia Topuria is very tough, great boxing. He's also got that one-hitter quitter power. But Max Holloway is not a guy you want to stay in the pocket with. As you saw against Justin Gaethje, he can put anybody to sleep at any weight. So I think he's going to be relentless. I think he's going to be very hard to hit. I'm leaning towards my man Max Holloway on this.
Part of me wants Ilia to win, just so makes my loss look good. But I think Max, I don't know, man. I was hitting Ilia with a couple of shots in the first round before I got caught with a body shot. So I think Max, with his boxing and his movement, I think he's gonna give him some problems. I don't know. I'm going Max. I really do think he's going to win in a lot of ways, but I think Ilia is Ilia. He's got that one punch kind of, droppy kind of shot. So I think Max has got that good boxing. Maybe his defense and movement might be a little too much. And then Ilia does have good wrestling though. So I don't know. I think Max wins though.
Max Holloway.
Wait, the other guy doesn't like me? I think he just doesn't like me. I don't know, man. I like Max. He's a man, dude. He's a legend, dude. He's gave us so many great fights that, every time Max fights, I just pick Max.
Topuria's, fantastic in his abilities, but I think he's a bit more susceptible to getting knocked down. Maybe, even with the I can't remember that European kid who dropped him before he ended up John Herbert. And so I think Holloway has, kind of that lankier build too. And so I could see Holloway catching him before he gets caught himself. And so I do think Ilia is a good change in fighting for the title. But I think Holloway is the type of dude that's going to be able to get it back.
Holloway, Flash Express.
Gosh, you never can count out Max Holloway. Ilia Topuria is so confident. He's so tight with his boxing. He's so good at getting inside. Max Holloway, he's there to be hit. He does get hit, and he's able to weather those shots. After that fight with Justin Gaethje, I swear I'd never count out Max Holloway, so I'm picking Max Holloway to win.
Got to go with Max, man. Always.
Max is going to win that shit. Max is going to win that shit for sure.
I got Max Holloway in that fight, man. For sure. I feel like his volume and his nonstop, motion and everything is gonna probably drag Topuria into some deep waters and get him tired, not throw some power punches. I know they're gonna, for the first round for sure, because it's a 5-round fight, they're gonna try to keep it leveled and test out Max Holloway, eat his angles. eat his shots just like they did with Volkanovski, and then like the second round pull the trigger. But I feel like if Max Holloway keeps the volume up, man, he's gonna be unstoppable like he did against Gaethje.
Man, I'm gonna go with
Max Holloway smokes him. Just absolutely picks him apart. How can you go past the Blessed Express?
I'm gonna go with Max. But man, I don't know. Ilia is good too, man. He's strong, he's powerful, he's young. I don't know, man. That's gonna be one of those fights who gets caught slipping first, you know?
I'm gonna go with Max, man. I think that Topuria, like all his knockouts come from when he pushes people against the cage, like he did Volkanovski. And I think that Max has too much output. You know what I mean? To be pushed back against the cage like that. And he can wrestle too, Topuria. So we'll see if he goes to his wrestling and whatnot. But I'm gonna go with Max Holloway.
I think Max is gonna take it. I know Ilia is really good. His boxing's crisp. He has good power, but Max has a hell of a chin, and he's great volume striker, good cardio. He's not going to get tired, so I think it's going to be a very good fight. But I think Max might pull out a decision.
I think it's a super exciting fight, man. I'm really looking forward to that fight. Max, I grew up watching him, but just amazing fighter, huge role model to a bunch of people, and just amazing watching him get back in the run for a title. And then Ilia is just a dog, man, and he fought my teammate UC, and UC is probably the worst matchup for him in the UFC, I would say. So I can't wait to see Youssef get up there in the rankings and hopefully get that fight again.
Who do you give the edge to in that fight? Do you think it's Holloway or Topuria gets it done?
Man, that's tough. That's a real tough one. I'm going to say Holloway just because I love him, but, I wouldn't be surprised if Ilia is the first person to knock him down.
I'm picking Holloway. Since I started watching Topuria fight, I thought Holloway would kind of be the perfect opponent to beat him. I thought Volkanovski too. I thought it was a little bit more of a toss-up because he's a little bit shorter and stockier, and he's going to stay in the pocket a little bit more too. But I thought just with the range and the boxing that Holloway has, again, same thing. If he moves his feet and stuff, I think he can outpoint him, and we'll probably see it go the distance. But yeah, pretty one-sided victory, I think, for Holloway.
I gotta go with Max Holloway. I'm a big Max Holloway fan, and
that's a good fight. But I'm gonna go with Topuria, because I'm a Topuria fan. I like his fighting style. So, but Max, he's outboxed everybody, so that it can be like a boxing fight. But I know Topuria's also got wrestling, like high-level wrestling. So I think Topuria.
Bro, I know a lot of people are hating me on this decision, but I love Max Holloway. Max Holloway, I've been watching him for a long time. I'm a huge fan. I love his style. I do some of the fighting similar to him, but yeah. I was like, for me, I just think Ilia brings a lot of bad, style matchup. Yeah, style matchup to Max Holloway's style. So, and I think he's obviously Max is he's durable, but he's hittable as well. So I feel like Ilia, you don't want to be hittable with Ilia. I don't think that will go well. So I'm going with Ilia on that fight.
Do you think he knocks him out? Because that's the one thing with Holloway, and I think a lot of Hawaiians, they're tough to knock out. He's never been knocked out before. He's been submitted, but never been knocked out.
I think I saw like a meme or something. They're like, okay, the next stage, the last level is to knock out Max and Vettori. I was like, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck doing that for these guys. But yeah. I don't know, man. I can see it happening because I don't know if you see, Cheeto just got dropped for the first time against Figueiredo. So true. I was like, this year it's been a weird little changes in this year. So I can see him dropping him. I
think it's gonna sell a lot of tickets. It's gonna make a lot of money. I think it's gonna be a great fight. BMF versus the champ. It's like we haven't seen that in a while, so that'd be great. It'd be fantastic.
Holloway gonna win this fight?
It's gonna be a good fight. I hope so, Max Holloway. Yeah, I like his style. I like what he do in the octagon. So yeah, Max Holloway for sure. Okay, and we're gonna have fireworks and a very good fight for sure. When he is inside the octagon, always something's happening.
I got Max Holloway. He's really good. So is Topuria, but I think Max is gonna get it.
Max. Я считаю Topuria в поздних раундах.
I believe Topuria in the later rounds.
That one's gonna be so good. I gotta go blessed. The best is blessed.
That's another tough one, man. I think I love Max. I mean, how can you not love Max? But I think it's the Topuria error. You know, he looks so good, and I think he gets it done.
So that's another good one because I like Max a lot. I fought on the same card as him multiple times. I actually fought on the same card as him in Canada when I fought Geoff Neal. And then Ilia Topuria, I like him a lot too. I fought on the same card as him multiple times. I'm gonna have to go with Ilia.
Who do you got in Holloway Topuria?
Don't ask me that one. I'm fucking hell, man. I don't know, man.
I think Topuria might just knock him out.
Nah,
I can't bet against Max.
Knocked out Holloway.
Yeah,
who
I can't bet
has?
against
No one.
Max.
No one. So that's the thing. I know Max got dropped for the first time in 300 by Gaethje, but again, Alex kind of rocked him a little bit, and just Hawaiians, bro, they're tough.
Wait, Gaethje dropped Max?
Yeah, just briefly. That's the thing. These Hawaiians, bro.
That was a slip.
No, but it was a legit knockdown. Yeah,
it didn't count. And but I know what a knockdown is when I see it. Yeah, it was. But again, I just don't think Topuria could hit him. But to finish him, who knows? And let's see what 3, 4, 5, round 5, 3, 4 looks like.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, Topuria's not tall. Like,
well, his boxing is good.
No, his boxing is phenomenal, and he gets in, he's like closes distance, and he gets inside.
Yeah.
But also, Max is really good at maintaining distance.
Yeah.
And he's got
And
tools to maintain that distance.
Yeah. But what Ilia's gonna do is what he does every fight: take the center, walk him to the edge, get him to the fence, and then throw combos. But also, he's got good wrestling and good jiu-jitsu, which we haven't really seen too much of yet.
From Max.
No, from Ilia.
From Ilia.
But again, Max has got he's got good submissions and shit. But again, who knows?
I don't know. Like,
I say Max maybe by UD, but that depends on what Ilia's gas tank is like on 3, 4, and 5. But we'll see.
Man, honestly, when I watch that, I feel like stylistically Max has a much better shot, and I know that sounds crazy because Topuria look like. He's amazing. He looks like I've watched his fights and be like, man, I got to try to pick some of those pieces out of that because like he does such a good job with his hands coming forward, hunting for the big punches, but still staying defensively sound and responsible. He's got good grappling. You know, when I saw him fight, I think it was Ryan Hall, and he still like, you know, shut down the grappling. Like he's got good wrestling, he's got good jiu-jitsu, he's got good everything. But I think when you want to come forward like that on a guy like Holloway, who's, you know, unless just their body shape is throwing me off, looks to have a significant reach advantage, who just had some success against another brawler at 55, a weight class above. Now you're going to fight a guy who's smaller and like needs to come forward. Like I don't, you know, maybe Topuria can get in there and take him down. But again, I haven't seen too many people take down Max Holloway. And I just think he's going to be able to stand outside and kind of like spray him with shots. And, you know, if he doesn't catch him with something, I think he can still win a decision.
Those are two dangerous people, no doubt about it. But the one thing that Max Holloway can do with someone who has such good boxing like Topuria, he makes you almost look mediocre. Look what he did to Calvin Kattar, who was just a really great boxer, mainly. And he just outstruck him like... Man, like you're looking at like a C fighter and an A fighter. That's how Max Holloway makes you look. But he couldn't even get past. Well, he did get past. I felt like he won one of those fights with Volkanovski, and Topuria just like put it on him. You know what I mean? And my goodness, dude, like he shocked the world in a sense. You know what I mean? Volkanovski was this guy that the boogeyman that you couldn't beat. That Max couldn't even beat. You know what I mean? He did it in like 2. So you have to respect both of those guys. I think I would probably edge it out to Max, only for the fact that not only did he just beat freaking Gaethje, who is scarier than, you know, most, you know, I think if he can go in the same mentality and fight the way that he fought Gaethje and fight Topuria, man, like that seems like he's gonna get it. You know what I mean? And Max is truly the people's champion, I think.
I respect Max because Max is a champion. Max is going to go beat Ilia Topuria, I believe.
Incredible fight, you know. Max Holloway gonna put his belt for the BMF too.
I don't think so. I think this is just going to be for the title.
Okay, but it's gonna be huge, you know. I'm super fan both guys. Ilia Topuria is undefeated, you know. The challenge like a Max Holloway. It's a perfect right now, you know. I'm glad to UFC make that fight happen.
Yeah, I've said this. I've already made this public a few times. I think Max would be a little bit too much for him. So I think it'd be a hard night in the office for Ilia.
And you've beaten Max 3 times?
Yeah, well, mate, as they say, styles make fights, right? But yeah, again, I'm always gonna. I'm just gonna be real, right? Like, you know, maybe he got me at a good time because, as I said, next time I'm gonna get him.
I think Max might get it. I think he can get it. He's just so he just looks so aggressive and so just mentally checked in every time he fights. It's really impressive. And if he's not fighting Volkanovski, you know, he's going in there and he's putting on a clinic. So we'll see what happens because MMA math never a math. Just because he lost to Volkanovski doesn't mean he can lose to Topuria. So yeah, well, I don't know. I think he can. I think he can do it. I think he can do it. He just has to keep his head away from Topuria's fists, which he can do really well. So I think he can get it done.
I mean, I really hope that Max wins. I mean, Ilia was so impressive versus Volkanovski. I mean, his patience. He fought an amazing fight. I don't know. I expected something different than I saw from Max. I was very impressed, and so in my mind, I can't see him losing, but that's because I just got put to sleep on him.
Comment below who you think will win at UFC 308.